Hi, this is Brian from the Don and Brian Show. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for liking, sharing, following us, and we look forward to a lot more episodes. Get ready for episode 4 coming up now.
We were discussing the butterfly effect.
Oh, yeah.
How every action that we do in our lives affects the future. And
Right.
we were talking about how we've had many incidents in our lives that we would like to change, but we can't because it would affect everything else beyond that.
I mean, it could affect something that was absolutely positive in your life, or it could change something that was really negative in your life. So, yeah, but go ahead, Don.
Well, we were discussing children. I have had one child in my life, my stepdaughter, Jamie.
Wow, yeah.
I raised her from the age of 3.5 until she was 18 years old when she got into college at the University of Florida on a full scholarship.
Yeah, where's she now, Don? What's she doing now?
I haven't had any contact with her for a long time, but the last I knew, she is a nurse
Wow.
working in Ocala.
I mean, that I guess that reflects on the choices that you made and you guys made together that help her to be the person she is today. That's pretty remarkable.
Well, and all the choices that we make in life lead to different paths, and you can't dwell on those choices. You just have to go with the flow or trust in God. And I don't mean to interject God into the conversation, but you have to be open. Your heart has to be open to be willing to take the road towards the future, even if it's not the road that you want to travel.
And I agree, but there has to be a point in time in each person's life where you, I hate to use this word, leap of faith, but there are times in your life you don't know, when you hit that fork in the road, you don't know what to do. You just have to make a choice. And a lot of the times I made the wrong choice, but in retrospect, had I have not made that wrong choice, I never would have met you, or we wouldn't be where we are today.
No, absolutely not.
But like I said, in retrospect, had I not made that choice, I wouldn't be where I am today. I also probably would not have experienced the heartache that I've experienced over the last several months. But that doesn't mean it's the end of the world, and it did open up another door for me, and I know that my higher power opened up that door, which we discussed earlier off the recording, off air.
Yes. Let me pull that up on Facebook right here, because that was a great quote.
I can prove it with my usual flawless logic.
While you're looking
There
that
she
up,
is.
Don and I was talking earlier about the butterfly effect and how I said I just love that movie. I mean, it was intense. It was a really good movie. But when you really get back and you think about it, every choice you make, and we make, believe it or not, thousands of choices a day.
Every minute,
Every day.
every single day, yes.
And there's probably some people out there listening right now like, how do you figure that? Well, you have a choice to get up, do this, do that, brush your teeth, bathe, shower, not shave, don't bathe, eat this, eat that, go here, go that, there, do this, do that, feed the dog, kick the dog. I mean, it just
Oh, you better not kick the dog.
don't kick the dog. But the amount of choices that our brain has to process on a regular basis, every minute of every day, is amazing. And every single one of those.
But you can't get so obsessed with your choices. Like, am I making the right choice? You just have to go with it and do what feels right to you.
No. And I agree. I agree with that. But the thing is, we don't do that because our life pretty much is fluid. Now, when it comes down to a serious decision, do I jump off this cliff?
You're a very, very sick man.
Or do I jump out of the way of this car and land into a pit of fire? I mean, that's something that you really think about. But the choices that we make on a daily basis are so insignificant, but they are still choices we have to make. And they do affect the outcome of the next choice.
Or the universe. You never know.
You never know.
Okay, I did pull up the quote now. When one door closes, Sometimes you want to get a hammer and nails to make sure that bitch stays shut.
Oh!
My response to this person was, good luck with that. And no matter how many times I've nailed a door shut, I always managed to pry it back open.
I think
So,
sometimes we
in
like to
other-
revisit. We like to
In
revisit
other words,
that.
in other words, don't. I cannot accept that a door is closed. And if someone comes back into my life that I should have closed the door on, yes, I'll be there.
Well, there are certain situations where the door's closed, and you do have to move on or choose not to. Again, there's choice. Do I sit here and dwell on this and just become stagnant and unhealthy and die and wallow in my own stuff? Or do I move on and try to make millions and billions and trillions of different things can come off of every single thing you do every day?
Right. Again, you can't dwell on it. You have to move forward and do the best thing for you and the people around you. I think what my friend was referring to was that she has some bad relationships, and she keeps letting them back in.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
Yeah. Well, I think I wasn't going to originally share this, Don, but I think that I think I'm ready to, without mentioning names. A couple of decades ago, and some few years past, I made a choice, and it's not one of those choices that is just something you just go through and it happens. I had to think about it, and I've regretted it for a long time, and I look at the repercussions, not necessarily on me, but on the individual that I made that decision, and it does bother me, and it haunts me. And I do harbor guilt. I don't harbor all the guilt. I just harbor guilt. Because in retrospect, had I have not made that choice, and I chose to do a different thing with this person's life, maybe that person's life would be much better today. But again, the butterfly effect. Had I had chosen to keep that person in my life, I would not have met the beautiful people I've met today, experienced the things I've experienced today. So you just don't know. There is a plethora of possibilities on every choice, every decision. And one thing I want to say is, it's also the power of words, because you never know what you say to somebody, how it's going to affect them. You don't know, especially if it's a stranger, you know. Nothing like throwing somebody the bird when they drive past you or they're on your bumper, and they pull up next to you and you look at them, you throw them the bird. The next thing you know, you're at the stoplight together. That's a pretty uncomfortable situation. Had I known that I would be face to face, neck and neck with the guy who threw the bird at that was tailgating me at a stoplight, I probably wouldn't have done that. You know. You just never know, and that goes right back to what you were saying. You cannot live like that, worrying about this or that. You just have to live life and try to make the right choice.
Split-second decisions, and decide. You know, what am I going to do today? What have I got to do tomorrow? You know that I have this awesome memory, and I think about everything that has happened in my life, and I dwell on it somewhat. But I know that tomorrow's another day.
Right.
You know, I wake up in the morning, you know, shave my face, take a shower, and go out in the world. And for me, I try to do my best to make everybody happy and put a good face on and take care of people. And that's just how I am now.
Right.
I do regret a lot of the actions that I've taken in the past, but I can't fix those. I live in the present, and I'm looking towards the future.
I like that. I like the way you put that, because you said you regret some of the actions, even though they were choices. See, lots of times for me, I can't speak for everybody on the planet. I could probably speak for a few million. But for me, when I make a choice, it's not necessarily a conscious choice. It's either a reaction or something
Right.
that has been conditioned into my brain. This is how I'm supposed to react. Or maybe I have chosen to condition my own brain to, this is how am going to react because this is how I have always reacted. And even though it's given me negative consequences every single time, that's how my brain was conditioned, you know. But I like what you said. I really liked it. That made perfect sense. But I'm gonna back up a little bit. And what I'm referring to is I don't even know, Don. Should I go there?
Go wherever you want to go. I'm right behind you.
Okay. Oh wow. I regret, with the most regret you could possibly even muster up, allowing my son to be adopted by the person that adopted him, who evidently abused him, from what I've understood. And I didn't have contact with my son until he was 18 years old. Well, actually 17. Law says I can't contact him until he's 18, but if he wants to contact me, he can. And he contacted me through MySpace, of which I can't believe I still had a MySpace account, but I did. And the MySpace message said something like this: "Hi, my name is, and I am your son, and my mom is, I think you're my dad." And I messaged back, "Yes, I am." And come to find out, all the same qualities we had: video games, this, that, and the other. It was quite remarkable. And
Well,
very outgoing, funny guy. Didn't allow people to disrespect him, nor did I. And but I have so much regret now because of the situations he's had to go through since. Now, we have been in contact, but unfortunately I can't contact him now because of certain situations. It has nothing to do with me, but choices that he has made. But here's the beauty of this, Dawn. I have a grandson, thanks to him. And on the way. And because of the mother of his son, her getting to know me a little bit, we've been in contact, and she wants me to be a part of his life. And that's what I was talking about earlier when we started this, about not just the butterfly effect, but about doors being closed and new ones being opened. I will not make the same mistake. I'm really excited. And
well, I think that we have both off air had a conversation about there are no closed doors. We are not shutting any doors on the past or the future or anybody that's been in our lives. You're welcome. We may be idiots to let you back in, but we'll take that chance.
Hey, I know Taekwondo. And actually, I don't.
Oh, well, hey, you didn't have to share that.
Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about Taekwondo. I did box Golden Gloves, and your first wife was at my first tournament. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Of all the people that I know, and I know a lot of people, you would be the one I would take into a bar to watch my back. Because you are like Robert Downey Jr. in Sherlock Holmes.
Like you've seen it.
You calculate every
Have you
punch,
seen it happen?
every move.
Have
Yes,
you?
I've seen it. Actually, I've only seen it one time, and that was in 1984.
Oh, my.
Do you remember?
I do.
Northwest Territory Apartments in Wichita, Kansas. A young man came up to the door, and you came out, and he confronted you, and you popped him 2 times, and he was on the ground. And then I said, "Brian, we need to go."
Okay, that was 84. This is 2017.
Well, I think you're still capable of knocking
Well,
anybody's ass
not
out.
too long
Excuse my
ago.
language.
Not
Well, even your oh, that one, yes.
and
Well,
I was
this was,
I was very kind, very very kind.
Well, you warned him, and he was drunk and didn't heed the warning, and you took him out with, again, 2 punches.
I never touched his face.
No, two punches, and he was on the ground, and then I said again, Brian, I think we need to go. And my little brother, who is 350 pounds, 6'3", said, wow, you took him out with 2 punches.
I think he said that was so dictated or
Or precise. He said it was so precise.
well, that was several years ago too, so I could probably
Yes,
beat up
but-
Red Skelton now, but that's about it. Wait a
Well,
minute,
I
he's
think
dead.
he's in a grave somewhere.
Yeah.
But
But anyhow,
in any case,
yeah, I mean,
the point is, Brian can take care of himself, and he's my bodyguard.
used to be able to take care of myself. And no, I'm not his bodyguard. Will you be my body? All right, insert music here.
There you go.
Yeah. But no, I mean, we was talking about not only the butterfly effect, but I want to get back to this real quick because we need to close. When I was the door was shut when my woman of my life passed away September 26th of 2016, which I did not ever think was going to happen, but she did, and it crushed me. And it's been a struggle every day because I have dreams when I go to bed at night that it's all a dream, and I wake up and, well, no, it wasn't a dream. She really has passed away. So I continue to relive it. So it's a struggle for me every day. But being told that I have a grandson is something I've never expected. I never expected this, especially to be not only told that I want you to be a part of your grandson's life, and told me when the bridal shower, or the bridal shower, the baby shower is, and all this, that, and the other, and if you can come up here or fly up here, we'd love to have you. That is just amazing, and that just shows how my higher power continues to open up doors. And even though when I'm in my lowest low, it's like, bam! All right, I'm going to keep on, because it's just invigorating. It's an exceptional feeling. But hey, life goes on. Doesn't matter what you're going through, because you don't know what's going to happen in the next minute, next hour, or next day. It's worth
I'm
sticking
so
around
happy
for.
that you've been able to connect with
Yeah.
baby mama of your grandbaby.
Yeah.
I think she's awesome, and the fact that she's making sure that you're going to be a part of his life.
There's
I
no
pray
greater
for you both,
no
and-
greater gift.
This has been another episode of The Don and Brian Show. Copyright 2017, The Don and Brian Show. Please check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Don and Brian Show for the time and date of the next episode. Email us at email@thedonandbrianshow.com. Twitter @Don and Brian Show. And once again, thank you for listening.